Hello, I'm Dr. Greg Borgon, president and founder of Heart of a Warrior Ministries. Hiking is an enjoyable experience. Serious hikers are fitted out with the necessary equipment for a journey, such as a compass or GPS system, a map, maybe even a guide. Heart of a Warrior Ministry provides these same resources. Foundations is designed to help you learn the essentials of the faith. The compass to calibrate your heart, the map to determine your unique wiring and God-ordained path, and the guide for guidance along the journey. Now, the journey called the map provides a chart for our preordained journey and destiny. It gives us a sense of purpose, direction, and focus. Together with the compass and the map, they will help us find our way through life with intentionality and in accordance with God's purposes for our lives. Purposes that give our lives meaning and significance because they align with His plan He determined before we ever came to be. Now, many of us haven't got a clue about how God has wired us or what His purposes are for each of us. Would it surprise you to know that God's purposes for you were established before you were born? His unique and specific purposes for you? The journey is primarily for men who have either completed phase one or at least have some background that gives them the necessary information to proceed. It will help you live a focused life. Now, beginning with an all-out commitment to Him, a focused life is a life dedicated to exclusively carrying out God's unique purposes through it by identifying the focal issues which allow an increasing prioritization of life's activities around these issues, resulting in a satisfying life of being and doing. Now, these focal issues include a biblical purpose, which answers the why of your life. It addresses the why of our life in the sense that it is a statement of being. It's a general statement of our plan that will lead to spiritual maturity. In this particular area, you identify those resources that will be helpful to you to make sure you maintain your spiritual vitality for the journey. The second focal issue is life purpose. It answers the what of your life. It's God's preordained unique function for our life in service in accordance with His redemptive purposes. Committed passion answers the where of your plan. That's the sphere of influence to which He calls you to serve. A people group He's either called you to serve, or a cause He's called you to embrace, or maybe even a combination of the both. Role non-negotiables answers the when of the plan. The factors that must be present for our life purpose and committed passion to thrive. They are the non-negotiables. If they're not there, we're not going to be able to thrive. Then there's the focal issue of unique methodologies, which really is your toolbox. It's the operational principles by which we serve closely aligned with personal giftedness, like spiritual gifts, natural abilities, and acquired skill, personality, temperament, leadership style, core values, and axiomatic principles that every time you exercise them, God shows up. Then there's the unique contribution, which is the so what. It's the legacy you hope to live and leave in the lives of others when God calls you home. Now, these issues will be summarized in a personal life mandate, the trajectory to which we should direct our lives. The PLM helps a follower of Christ focus their ministry and service to the kingdom. It provides direction without determining destination. God wants us to engage the journey and lead the destination to Him. So when we operate within our God-inspired trajectory, we live a life of meaning and significance. Our lives move from shotgun to laser beam. So in phase two, the purpose of our time together is simply this: to gain a biblically informed perspective of our past, to bring clear focus to God's design for our life, and then to implement a plan to intentionally and proactively fulfill our discovered destiny. The purpose will be realized when the following objectives have been met. There are actually three main objectives we hope to achieve on this journey. Number one, to examine our past for the purpose of constructing and analyzing a personal timeline. This process will help us answer the question, where have I been? The result will help us understand God's pattern of development in our lives. Objective number 2 is to clarify our future through the development of a personal mission statement. This process will help us answer the question, where am I going? The result will bring focus to our lives and give us a clear picture of a preferable future in accordance with God's purposes for us. And finally, the third objective is to actually develop a personal life mandate consisting of the 6 focal elements we described earlier: biblical purpose, life purpose, committed passion, role characteristics and non-negotiables, unique methodologies, your toolbox, and ultimate contribution. So the journey will consist of 13 meetings conducted every other week, or on the 2nd and 4th Tuesday of each month, or the 2nd and 4th Thursday of every month until completed. Each participant will be required to complete assignments in advance of each meeting. Each meeting will be 1 hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on the format that's selected by the group. Now, 3 primary resources will be used for this journey. First one is the Setting Your Course excerpt. The excerpt will include a prologue in chapters 9 through 13 that have been taken from my book, The Setting Your Course. The second resource is the Phase 2, The Map workbook. This resource includes the 2 workbooks mentioned above, key articles on finishing well and personal life mandate workbook. The PLM workbook provides a framework for the gathering of the various elements that will be used to develop your unique PLM. The instruments you will take are those resources that will provide immediate feedback regarding several components that will be included under your personal toolbox, the unique methodologies section of your personal life mandate. They'll include spiritual gifts inventory, Strength Finder 2.0 inventory, situational leadership instrument, personal temperament instrument and matrix, emotional intelligence 2.0 inventory, core values assessment, aptitudes assessment, acquired skills assessment. All these assessments are to help you come to clarity about the tools that God has given you. So I hope you'll be interested in taking this journey. And I look forward to ministering with you during this time together.